I found this whole discussion really interesting, and I slightly forgot a couple of things that I wanted to talk about while watching the film and just after. But one obvious thing, which I'm really glad happened, Anand spoke a little while ago about the kind of magical stuff that happens post screenings, but it also happens during filming. And I mean, thank God you guys lost your way, or the driver didn't know what was happening, because that conversation happens in such an unforced way. And while watching the film, I wondered, I wasn't expecting it. And of course, it sort of it becomes very meaningful. It also becomes a kind of thing that perhaps you're not setting out to do, and that becomes very, very crucial. Now I can't imagine this film without that conversation in the car, uh, but it might not have happened. And yeah, it sort of, you lose your way and go towards Coimbatore instead of Thrissur, and the film actually gets somewhere, which is nice that it gets to. That was one thing. I thought that there were lots of things that were bothering me while watching, because the question of, okay, so I'm continuously seeing a long stretch of Anand's work, just sort of slightly reframed with nothing much happening, except that the screen is a bit teda, the subtitles are getting repeated, and it's going on for very long. And then that actually becomes a breathing space. Now in retrospect, and there'll be more retrospect, and I'd love to actually watch the film again. But I realized that a lot of the things that you've been talking about trying to resolve certain things, about being in the same space, about letting things happen without necessarily dialogue. I like the moments where there are things where a lot is happening, like somebody's talking about the life around the screening. The Gobiwala is being made to move away, or people are very moved, or it resonates with movements they've been part of, or things they haven't been part of, or sharp questions are being asked. And all of that is sort of adding another dimension. But there are times when it seems like you're not sure what to do, so you're doing nothing. And I really like that.
The film also has a certain structure of ritual I wanted to bring in, because I went through many of his screenings, and the ritual of listening to the same songs again and again. And his film that connected to Bombay Our City, and Bombay Our City, that song is being used in the Jai Bhim Comrade, and that ritual of working the circle, and my connection with him also starts with Bombay Our City, and then it goes up to Jai Bhim Comrade. So all that I wanted to look at it as a cyclical thing, and so I used all these songs as a ritual, and almost like so there's a lot of circles within that. Yeah.
If I could just add on to this, because because I've been thinking about that, and you said it really perfectly, actually, that the empty or the quiet moments are the moments of watching Anand's films, which in Anand's films, the experience of that would be part of a very, very large argument, very structured argument, very politically charged argument. But in making those the quiet spaces, although the film is a personal film, it still remains a very political film with a political charge. You have not depoliticized any of the moments from within Anand's films or in those spaces where those films are being screened. They remain continue to remain to have a political charge. The shot of Sheetal Sathe repeating or Vilas Ghogre in low angle seems to have the same emotional impact as it does when you watch it in Anand's film, but it does not lose that, does not become aestheticized or depoliticized in your film, but you layer, a very different kind of politics. So I remember the first time I saw the rough cut, I came away very, very confused, because I was expecting a very personal film and was anxious that it would be a depoliticized film. And a depoliticized film on Anand would have been something that would be hard to reconcile with. So it's still something that I'm grappling with, that how you have made it a personal film but not at all lost that political charge, but have structured it. So your first observation that you keep seeing the projector. So in an odd way, coming to Sheetal Sathe after 3.5 hours of Anand structure, or coming to Sheetal Sathe after whatever 100 minutes of projector being bought, set up, chairs being set up, both allow for a very different kind of political reading, though the emotional impact has not changed. The political meaning has not changed. So it just felt like one is re-watching the same film but with a totally different narrative. So it was very odd, and your current cut actually makes it even more confusing. You insist it's not a changed cut, but I insist it is a new cut. But yeah, that's, I thought the fact that Anand's film, which otherwise would be the high point in that structure, is the quiet time in this structure, was a very bewildering but equally evocative experience. So thanks for that.